press the record button on Zoom, and we are recording. Here we go. Jocelyn, it's so good to see you. I mean, we've been working together for years, but I don't get to talk to you like this every day. I mean, you are running Mailchimp Academy. You're doing the most. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I mean, it feels like just every day we were just talking for that long period of time. We were such a family, so I'm glad to be here and talking more about what's been going on at Mailchimp Academy and what we're looking forward to.
I mean, I feel like I need to congratulate you first because Mailchimp Academy has been winning awards left and right. And you were recently recognized as one of Fast Company's most innovative learning-related projects of 2020. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously awards are great, but we didn't set out to, produce some award-winning program. It was all about building a great experience for our partners at the time. And just, it goes to show you when you, work on things with your customer at the focus, at your center point, and you come up with new ways to kind of meet their needs. You can come up with new things that kind of push the edge. So I'm glad that we were able to receive that award and so many more, but that wasn't the ultimate goal. It just kind of fell in place. So pretty exciting.
Maybe let's go back to the beginning, long before the award win, and you could just talk to me about where the idea of Mailchimp Academy came from.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go all the way back, like years and years ago, we had pretty much one form of providing educational content, and that was through the Mailchimp blog. And we were only giving advice and tutorials just on that one channel. But now that we have, postcards and landing pages and customer journey workflows and websites now, like so much more, you need a bigger kind of container to hold all of that place in. And that container needs to be a very valuable experience. That complements everything we already have built on.
I saw the launch of Mailchimp and Co. Congratulations, sort of like the new home for Mailchimp Academy. I'm super, super excited. Maybe let's level up and talk about that a little bit more. Like, what is that program? Why is it important for it to exist and kind of give a home to Mailchimp Academy?
Yeah, I mean, Mailchimp Academy, like you said, is a destination in itself, but we know our partners have goals, and we know that the program, Mailchimp and Co, helps our partners meet those goals. So it gives our partners the environment to work towards, leveling up their own businesses through Mailchimp. So when you pull it into a program that has financial incentives, has a Slack community built in, you get early access to certain products, early access to our roadmap. The Academy fits in super nicely because you can start out as someone who doesn't know much about marketing. And through the Academy, you can become a pro partner. It fits in all together in a whole cohesive program, but it's just there to provide that support. I look forward to, the vision and where that takes us in the future for sure.
If you had to boil that vision down to kind of like one sentence for Mailchimp Academy, what would it be? And I ask knowing that you have one, since we went through the process of setting that sort of like product vision together, like before Mailchimp Academy even had a name. But I would love to hear how it's evolved since then.
It's such a foundational piece of where how you start, how you begin. And we started off making, the vision, and we decided on this together. I know you remember this. And it's just like, we just wanted people to become better marketers, very simple vision. But I think now that we've launched, people want to be seen as the expert, not just want to be better marketers, but they've even leveled it even more than what I think we ever dreamed of. They want to be accomplished. They want to be expertise. They want to have that recognition in their communities. And that badge, that certification gives them that. And so I think it's a lot more than we ever hoped for so fast. I'm glad it happened organically.
I love that. And I love how it's grown from that place where we started. I also know that setting a vision is not the same thing as getting people on board with it. So I am curious to know, how you talked to your peers and got other Mailchimp peeps on board to help make Mailchimp Academy a reality.
Yeah, I think you remember too, going all the way back, like you said, years ago, our senior director was building this vision, building this case, and the team was basically just her, myself, and our VP of marketing, our partner marketing, Sean Cook at the time. And it was just, us three getting in a room and then, one by one, pulling in people, stakeholders, and explaining what the commitment was and getting the buy-in, almost on a one-to-one basis with everyone. And then, when you all came in, Beyond helped us build an even bigger case, and we saw a greater vision for what we could accomplish together. And in that case, we were having kickoffs all the time with different stakeholders and leaderships in the company, all the way up to our CEO wanting to know, what was going on with Mailchimp Academy and how things were shaping over time. And you can even see that, like, we would get to a certain step in the program, and while we were building it, we would have, a showcase and present, and then people would give us feedback, and it would go even further. We get more buy-in, and at this point, we didn't have to ask. People just wanted to be involved just based on what was happening, how they were seeing the growth, the collaboration. It was just all in all, like, something special to the company. I think everyone knew that. So we didn't have to do a lot of buying in, once we got things going. And that's what really makes it special. So we're glad to have that bond with Beyond, because you really helped us make our vision come to reality.
I also want to give you some credit for that as well, because I think that you were really instrumental in evangelizing it and sort of like being a constant in that, even as like other people were like coming in at different points in times. Like, you've been there from the beginning and you're here now. However many years later. And because of that, I thought to ask you, without getting too meta, what is it that you feel like that you have learned from building a learning experience? Like, what would you say are your top 3 learnings from the experience of working together?
Okay, this is a good question. I think I'll call them the aha moments.
Okay.
Sometimes when you talk to a partner and they've been working with Mailchimp just as long as I've been there, and one thing I didn't expect was to teach them something new. They were just like, oh, I'm going to come in, I'm going to ace it. And when they came in, we were able to teach them something about Mailchimp that they didn't know before, a different strategy, a different way to approach their clients, or a different way to think about marketing in general. And that's something I never expected to come out of this program. So I would say, you can build things with the foundation, but, and goals, but, it's so much more than that when you create the experience, and I think that's part 2 of what I learned is, learning is all about the experience. And there are different ways people come to the platform to learn. And that could be through, just reading the coursework on their own, on demand. It could be through live workshops, through live training. But we all learn different ways. But at the end of the day, we're all learning, and we're all learning together, which is also pretty cool. And, that takes me to my 3rd point is community. Who knew that, the topics that we're talking about, the challenges that some people face, the scenarios that we're teaching, and they're just like, oh, I didn't know I could think about it this way. And that starts a whole conversation, which builds a whole community. We had someone come in from Africa the other day. Who knew, we could reach the globe and learn together. It's just super to see. And, those are my top 3 learnings, but I'm sure as we go along, we're just a baby. Mailchimp Academy just turned a year not too long ago. So we have a lot more to learn.
I guess I wouldn't really be doing my job if I didn't ask you, are you seeing the results from Mailchimp Academy that you wanted to see, that you kind of, set out from the beginning to put into practice?
We've issued over 1,000 certifications at this point. We're getting hundreds of new users every day. So, it's just getting them in and getting them acclimated to this new learning experience, that we've never offered before. And it's, sometimes people are coming into the Academy and it's the first time that they're really getting into Mailchimp, through Mailchimp and Co. So it's just one of the things that's like, it's a must have. you know, like, and that's a really cool thing to see as we evolve and moving forward, that, you know, you have to take that necessary step to learn, and that experience has to be great before you can actually be successful and grow your business.
I completely agree. And I think that there's going to be so many opportunities in the future to learn and continue learning and put that into practice. And as we go forward, I'd love to know, you've created this customer learning experience. You've won awards. You have thousands of people coming and going through the content. Where does Mailchimp Academy go next?
You know, we're looking to the future, and we can only go up from here. You know, we have lots of different ways that we're going to provide content, you know, through webinars, live events, and things of that nature. And then also looking forward to translating the content to our global partners all over the world to make sure that they can have access to Mailchimp Academy as well, and understand and get the most value out of the content that we have. And then, you know, we have to continue to move forward and look at new ways and to try to change our experience and to evolve. So we have some new things coming up. So we look forward to, you know, continuing our partnership and new things to come.
Well, I'm going to stay tuned. I can't wait to see what's coming. I hope that we get to be a part of it in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
But I so thank you for chatting today, for sharing about Mailchimp Academy. I mean, we wanted to do this in part so other companies can learn what we've done together, and it's just really gracious of you to pay it forward. So thank you.
Absolutely. It's always a pleasure working with you and beyond. So we thank you for your partnership.
Thank you, Jocelyn. I will talk with you soon. Bye.